It does not haunt you in your dreams. It stands at your door, heavy, cold, and smelling of decay. In the old sagas of Scandinavia, the dead did not fade into memory. Sometimes they walked back into the hall. They called it the Draugr, the again walker, a physical corpse that rose from the grave with superhuman strength, hungry to drag the living into the cold earth. But the Vikings didn't just tell stories about this terror. They fought it. Across Europe, graves are being unearthed, containing skeletons mutilated in bizarre, deliberate patterns. What real human fear created this monster? In Norse belief, the boundary between life and death was not a wall, but a thin, permeable gate. The sagas describe the Draugr not as ethereal ghosts, but as solid, bloated corpses. In the Grettis saga, the undead shepherd Glamra grows so heavy and powerful that his footsteps crush the roofs of houses. In the Eyrbyggja saga, a group of drowned sailors returns night after night to sit by the hearth fire, dripping wet, refusing to leave the living in peace. To the Vikings, a bad death, one filled with greed, anger, or unresolved violence, meant the spirit would refuse to depart. And when a winter settlement was isolated by snow for months, the fear of a neighbor rising from their grave was a physical, daily anxiety. To protect themselves, they turned to a series of elaborate ritual containment measures. And they left the evidence behind. Archaeologists digging in Scandinavia have found numerous deviant burials that reveal this profound anxiety. Skeletons have been discovered buried face down in the dirt. The theory suggests that if the corpse tried to dig its way out, it would only dig deeper into the earth. Other graves contain bodies pinned down by massive, heavy stones placed directly over the chest or throat. In some settlements, families went even further. They drove iron spikes through the soles of the corpse's feet, or tied the big toes together with cord, hoping to rob the body of its ability to walk. But the most dramatic precautions were architectural, beginning the moment a person died. In Norse custom, it was believed that the dead could only return through the door they had left. If a corpse was carried out the front door of a house, it would know the way back. To prevent this, families built temporary openings in the back walls, known as corpse doors. The body was carried out feet first through this hole, which was immediately bricked up or sealed. The path back was erased. And for those who still refused to rest, the final remedy was absolute. In several documented graves, archaeologists found skeletons where the skull had been completely severed from the spine and placed between the thighs or next to the feet. While some of these cases represent judicial executions, scholars suggest others were acts of post-mortem mutilation, a final, desperate attempt to ensure the corpse could never stand again. The real monster wasn't a supernatural demon. It was the unresolved conflicts of a small, claustrophobic winter community, frozen in time and cast in stone. The Vikings didn't mutilate their dead out of cruelty. They did it out of a desperate need for peace. In a world where you lived and died in the same isolated valley, a bad death threatened the harmony of the entire tribe. The Draugr was the physical manifestation of community guilt, greed, and unresolved disputes. Mutilating the corpse was the only way to close the ledger. We made the monster in the grave because we feared that the conflicts of life would never stay buried and that the dead would keep demanding their share.